Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. This week I thought I'd make a weekly routine video just involving food, different meals that I made, and just to give you some ideas. So here I'm making a Desi spicy chicken spaghetti. So kind of spaghetti bolognese idea, but it's not mince that I've used. I've just cut up chicken breast into small pieces, and just to kind of get the same idea but a little bit different. And my husband likes spice, so I made it quite spicy. So here I'm frying red onions and carrots in olive oil, and I've added in salt, pepper, red chilli flakes, red chilli powder, cumin powder, coriander powder, all the usual. I've listed it all below. And then here I'm adding in the small pieces of chicken. Now you can adjust the spice to the way that you like. And here I've added in a tin of chopped tomatoes and mixed it all up. And this is a chicken stock cube, just to give it a more chickeny taste, and a bay leaf. And this is the part that made the dish super spicy for us. So next time I would make it, I would adjust it. I added in a roughly chopped green chilli, and when I ate it, it really burnt my lips. So next time I should just grind it up finer, or take the seeds out, which I've listed in the comments, the description box below as well. I added in a little bit of water and tomato puree, just to make it more tomatoey and less dry. And as all that was cooking through, I decided to add in some cumin seeds, and then look what happens. Silly me. And just some garlic salt and some oregano or parsley. So mix that all through, and you can see it's getting a nice texture and not too dry. And then in another pan, I didn't show this, but I boiled some whole wheat spaghetti. And then I placed all of the the chicken mixture on top of that. And then just for some extra colour and some spice, I added in topped it with some cheddar cheese, chopped jalapenos, olives, green olives, and coriander. And I think I went a bit too spicy, so you can adjust that accordingly, but it was really nice, and it's a wee change from the normal spag bog. So the next day, my husband really felt like Chickenmalai tikka Boti, and I knew how to make it, but this was the first time I've ever made it, and he really enjoyed it, but it wasn't for me. So normally it would be more spicy than this, but I just crushed one green chilli after my spaghetti bolognese incident, so I just used one chilli, crushed it up really fine, and at the same time I just crushed up some coriander, fresh coriander as well. And I made that into a paste. I put it into a large bowl, and I've added in garlic and ginger paste, salt, pepper, white pepper. Now I've listed everything below as I've said, but you can adjust accordingly. What you don't have, don't add it in. This Garam Masala powder. I know sometimes people don't have certain ingredients. I've had some of my friends saying that, and that's fine. Just try your best to make it with what you can. You can get ready-made spice mixtures as well from your local Indian shops, or even Asda can do these kind of things nowadays as well. Here you'll see what makes it different. I've added in cream and the yogurt and mix it. And this is what makes it the Malai, makes it the creamy tikka Boti as opposed to your normal chicken tikka. I added in a drop of lemon juice. Add the corn flour. This will give it the crispy effect. I believe this is normally made on maybe like barbecues or maybe griddles. At this stage, when I made the Malai tikka Boti marinade, I added in the chicken. Now I added in one whole baby chicken, and I added in half a bag of chicken thighs. So I believe it's probably a total of about half a kilo of meat. You can obviously add in as much as you need, as much or as less as you need. But this was absolutely fine for our family. It's really like creamy tasting. It's probably better with just like breast or thigh meat. But sometimes when my husband's in the mood for eating something and I don't have a certain type of meat, I'll just use what I have, just for that same effect. Because sometimes you don't always have the cut of meat that's required. But these recipes that I show you is to show you that you can use what you have and still get really, really tasty food. And I try my best to keep it as simple as possible. I guess sometimes for certain recipes you do need to go and get special ingredients. You may not always have it at home. But it's just about extending your palate, trial and error, seeing what you like and what you don't like. This is what I've done in order to be able to cook so many nice recipes. Okay, so at this stage I just topped it up with a little bit more coriander, and then I covered it in the fridge. You need to marinate it for about 3-4 hours. After 4 hours, I took the mixture out of the fridge. I covered my hands up with some of these latex gloves. I hate anything getting on my hands, and then what I did was I have these wooden skewers, so I just skewered all of the meat up, all of the boneless pieces, and then all of the boned pieces, I just put them around the tray. The kind of tray that I used was a baking tray, but it has like a grill in the middle, and that's quite good to let any of the juices flow to the bottom, and it keeps the chicken nice and crisp. So once I made all the skewers, I'll show you how I put everything onto the baking tray. So here I was able to make 3 Malai tikka Boti skewers, and then any of the rest of the meat, so any of the leg pieces, drumstick pieces, I just put them around the tray. And then the remainder marinade I just put on top of the chicken, didn't want it to go to waste. And most importantly, you need to melt some butter or ghee and then brush it onto the chicken prior to cooking it. And then even midway through cooking, I would advise that you turn the Malai tikka Boti around, turn the pieces over in order for it to cook evenly. And if you want, I only buttered one side, but even if when you're turning it over, add some more butter on the underside, and that will give it a really, really nice effect. So after about 30-40 minutes, that was it cooked, and I just topped it with coriander leaf and served it with some peri mayo and some mayonnaise, and it went down really well. Okay, so the following day I had ingredients for nachos. You don't really need that much. I had everything in to make them, and I thought that would be a nice... Sorry guys, I was doing my voiceover then I had to sneeze because I was just all of a sudden caught a cold. Okay, so as I've shown in the first picture for nachos, these are Speedy Nachos, so I'm not making anything from fresh. I got an oven safe dish. I made it with nachos, salsa, jalapenos, cheese, and then when it was cooked, just baked it in a really hot oven until it was brown, and the cheese was all melted, and then I just topped it with sour cream and just some coriander just to decorate. Some people add guacamole and red chili flakes, but this was fine. We all really enjoyed it, and the salsa actually wasn't spicy, so I probably could have done with adding something, but as you can see here, my mum came over, so when my mum came over, I gave her some as well, and we had some while it was nice and hot. And it was a nice change because I've never made these before, but I've always wanted to, and I've had the ingredients for a wee while, so it's good to just throw something together. Okay, so the next day my husband and I went to Pepe's, and then when I got home I made my son buffalo chicken wings. He really liked them. He had them once we went out, so I tried to make them, and when I was out I got really cute little mason jar salt and pepper little containers, which I'll show you here. Really cute. Got them from B&M, 2 for £5 I think, and they were already filled with salt and pepper. So I covered the chicken wings in olive oil and then mixed it all around, and then I just topped it with salt and pepper, and then it's optional, but I added in some garlic salt as well on top of it, just for some extra flavour. And then I lined 2 baking trays with the chicken, and make sure that you're not putting it too close to other pieces of chicken, or else it will stick together. So if you need another pan, put it into another pan. I found on this tray it didn't stick, but on the other tray that I used that was just lined with foil, the chicken pieces were sticking to it, so just be wary of that. And all you do is bake it in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. Whilst the chicken wings are baking in the oven, this is a recipe for the sticky sauce, so I've put the recipe that I was planning to follow in the comments below, but when I was out I didn't get the red hot buffalo sauce wings. If I had got that, the sauce, it would have been so much simpler, but what I did was quite complicated. So I got butter and a little bit of sriracha sauce, a little bit of chilli sauce, a little bit of honey and mustard, black pepper, red chilli powder, and red chilli flakes there. I just kind of tried to put it together myself, so I kind of reduced it till it was like a sticky thick syrup, and I tasted it all the way through. I've never tasted these wings that my son's had, and my son and my husband have had it, so I just had to guess. So when the chicken's baked, get a large bowl like this, put all the wings on it, and then pour the sauce on it and just cover the chicken completely. As you can see, this is all the chicken pieces coated. Then what you need to do is put it back onto the baking tray, and you just need to crisp it for another 5 to 6 minutes. I had forgot about this step, so when I covered the chicken with the sauce, I had to quickly chuck it back onto the tray and then put it into the oven. My son was home from school. I always like to have something made ready for him, but today he just had to wait an extra 5-10 minutes, so this was the result when it came out, just crisped up. And then I just served it with some spring onions, coriander, fresh coriander. My son didn't like any sauces and he really enjoyed it. He did say these ones were really nice, but the Domino's ones were a bit different. Okay, so the next day my son had said to me, "Mum, please can you make me a fruit salad?" And I was like, "No problem, son, I'll make you a fruit salad." So it just had all of his favourite fruit in it, so pears, apples, strawberries, oranges, those are his favourites. I don't add anything else in. I have tried to sneak in other fruits like blueberries and pineapples and things, but if he doesn't like it, he just won't eat it. So I just stick to what he's comfortable eating, and then every so often I'll give him different fruits to try to see if
he likes it. He does normally like blueberries, but sometimes he can just not like it if it's a little bit bitter or if it's not the same way he remembered it. So I think it's really good to try and get your kids to eat fruit. Sometimes I struggle to get him to eat as much as I would like. So I cut all the fruit up, and then just to stop it from browning, I covered it in apple or mango juice, which I just get from Aldi's, or you can cover it with mango juice or orange juice, whatever you like. This really complements it well. Whilst I'm cooking in the kitchen, this is my daughter causing chaos in the living room. Okay, so the next day I made my simple chicken kadhai, which I think I make quite regularly when there's nothing else that I can think of making. Something I can just chuck in a pan. So you can see I've added in like the onions, and I put the chicken, you can see I've just put it in, and then I've added in like salt, pepper, the usual drill, red chilli powder, coriander powder, cumin seeds, Garam Masala powder. Put all that in, mix it all together, and this is like a black cardamom. It's one black cardamom, cinnamon stick. These are just light, subtle flavours just to give it another kick, and added in plenty of turmeric powder. And this is me just adding the garam masala in, as I've mentioned before. And I nearly forgot the garlic and ginger paste. You could not make a proper curry without garlic and ginger paste. And just for a little kick, I added in like a small green chilli, and I just cut it. I didn't chop it up, just for a little bit of a taste without all the seeds coming into the curry. And at the end, you can take the chilli out if you don't want any kids to end up eating it. So when you can see that the chicken's cooked and the sauce is almost dried up, I added in some ghee and a little drop of water, and then I put it on a high flame just to give it that richness, and just to give it a little bit of a gravy. And this is me just checking that it's totally cooked. And I just covered it for a few minutes just to get it to that perfect texture. You can see it's starting to stick to the pan. I topped it with fresh coriander, and then I was ready to serve. So that was the chicken made, the salad, and then I went on to make the fresh rotis, chapatis. So now that my husband and son's curry was ready, I wasn't going to eat that. I got some chicken breast pieces, these kind of medium sized, and from Aldi's I bought this ready-made chicken tandoori paste. I don't know if it's still available, but I bought it just in the emergency. Sometimes when you don't have time or you're not sure what to make, you just quickly get this paste and put it in. It's quite high on the carb side. I'm trying my best to avoid them as much as I can and keep keto. Sometimes I do fall off the wagon, but I think these might have kicked me out of ketosis. Otherwise it's fine, it's okay. I actually feel like it dried the chicken out a little bit, because all I did was put the paste on and that's it. I'm sure I put a little bit of oil on as well. I just covered it like that, left it for a few hours. Not that you needed to marinate it, but it's just I wasn't ready to cook it at that point. So all I did was cook it in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes, and this is how I served it, with some sauce and some griddled halloumi. I had 2 portions of this, one in the afternoon and one later on at night when I was hungry, and it's okay. And while I'm cooking, this is the naughtiness my daughter's doing. This day again, my husband and son wanted some fruit salad again, so I just thought I'd quickly show you how I put that together again, and just an idea for you if you're looking to get more fruit into your kids, then this is an option. Have it all cut up and sliced up, and then put some fruit juice into a bowl. I even do that sometimes, put it into my son's lunchbox, and it's a little lunchbox idea, and then you feel a little bit like they're getting plenty of fruit which they otherwise wouldn't. It can be sitting there in the fridge and that you don't use it, and it's better to get it cut up. Sometimes at the weekends when my husband's home as well, I'll just cut up a big plate of it, and then they'll just help themselves and eat it. And it's good. You want them, you don't want the fruit to go to waste, and then you want them to eat it well as well. And I just remember something as well, my husband normally cuts up fruit like this, and then he'll put cream in it and make and put chard in it as well. He likes that. That's another option for you if you like that kind of thing. This day my apple mango had finished, so what I did was when I cut all the fruit up, I just put some mango juice in it. I don't really like putting this kind of mango juice in because it's too sweet, but my husband and my son like it, but I don't get in the habit of giving them this because it's just unbelievably sweet. Okay, so the next thing I made was a Kachumber salad, and that just consists of chopping or dicing cucumber, tomato, red onion, coriander, and then just putting like about quite a lot of lemon juice on as well. I think I've seen recipes where people put mint in it as well, but I didn't have that at the time, so I just used coriander, and it's actually really nice. My husband was laughing at me when I was making it because he was like, what's a Kachumber salad? But then when I made it, he really enjoyed it, and he was having masala, quite a few servings of it, which is good. Again, it's another way to get salad into your family, and it's quite nice with the lemon juice. You could even season it with salt and pepper if you want. So you can see here I add in a good squeezing of lemon. And a little hack for you here, this lemon, so I just took all the juice out of it, but I just chopped it up quite fine, and then here I put in some coriander as well. So the squashed lemon skin, just chop it up, freeze it, and then if you're ever having a cold drink or making a mocktail or something, you can put that in, and it doesn't dilute your drink, but it just adds a nice hint of lemony taste. I garnished this salad with a lemon wedge, but here's those lemon pieces that I just cut up into smaller pieces, and I freeze it, and every time if I have a fizzy juice or something, I'll put that in, and it's really nice. Then I went on to make the rotis. I just made these just before my son came home. So I'm obviously on keto and I'm not eating carbs. I made the boys 3 rotis, 1 for my son, 2 for my husband. Just because I can't eat it, I don't like to not make these kind of things for my husband and son. Sometimes, I'm human, sometimes I have been falling off the wagon, but if you're on keto, you know how hard it is to get back into ketosis, but I'm focusing really hard on it now. So I made these rotis, served the salad, Kachumber salad and fruit salad, and it went down really well. So I hope you like this video, guys. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.